Side note, I wore my lucky jacket today. This is actually my first show I ever worked on professionally.
Oh, nice.
It's old.
Okay.
It's a show called Dream. It's Dream Along with Mickey.
I'll introduce you later.
Oh,
Good.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the shirt.
Oh, yeah. Ta-da.
Sorry, Tyler. This is my daughter,
You're good.
Gabby.
Hi.
Yeah.
Who hopefully will be a junior thespian next year.
Yeah.
Hoping.
Yeah, she's young.
She's a
Yeah.
bitty bitty. Are we recording now?
Yes, everything is recording now.
Is this acceptable? Is this fine?
That should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be good. So
I know, it's not like,
stock trick.
you know, super high tech or anything. We just tried to be like small and mobile, you
Yeah,
know?
of course.
We have the big ones at home.
We have
But
ambiance too.
yeah, we do.
Yes.
A criminal or a braid? Who knows? Okay.
It's the beauty of New
Or
York
both.
City.
Right.
It's probably both.
Well,
Yeah.
the St. Patrick's Day parade is actually coming right over there. So
Yeah.
We heard lots of cheering earlier, and I was like, oh my God, they're coming. I thought maybe we would be just far enough away. Then they went in Whole Foods, and I was like, oh, well, that'll be fun for Whole Foods.
oh, it's actually a really nice Whole Foods if you've ever.
I haven't been in there.
We got to
Yeah.
go in there.
Yeah.
It's a nice city one because unfortunately there's not enough space. I'm talking too much.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just where it goes is
Oh
where we
no,
take
that
it.
Whole Foods is really great because in the city, obviously, retail space is extremely expensive. So it's 2 floors and it's compact, just enough, and it's quite nice. So
Yeah.
that's what we
We'll
have.
be in there. My daughter's
all we
gluten free,
have.
so
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's always hard.
That for sure.
okay.
Yeah.
We've been in Target like 4 times since we got here. Like, as if we don't have Target at home.
Well, they just built one over on 42nd Street, I believe.
I think that's the one
Brand
where,
new.
like, I think that's the one we went
We
in.
went on 142nd.
Yeah.
I
When
was
we
not-
first
I-
got here.
our
Well, we needed air mattresses for the hotel.
Oh.
So we had an Airbnb
Yeah.
that had like an outdoor patio, and we were going to like record our podcast
Like
there
a
with you.
rooftop
And
today is beautiful.
yeah, it was like
A
really
rooftop,
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then when we got there, it was like just littered with whippets and
Like-
Oh, whip it. Sorry.
Drug paraphernalia.
yeah,
Oh, drugs. Okay, there you go.
yeah.
I don't have time to do drugs.
I know.
I have 0 time to do anything.
And you're here.
So we should probably like start with some kind of introduction because it's easy to just dive in and start having a
Right.
good time.
Legend of Star and Screw. I'm kidding. Where are they? Where are they? Oh my gosh, where are they?
So we're the Drama Mamas. I'm Kristen,
I'm Angela.
And I'm Kathy.
Yay.
and today we have our very special guest that we're so honored to have.
Yes.
Tyler, that's me.
But Tyler's not just Tyler.
Oh,
Tyler.
I'm just Tyler.
Oh,
gosh.
Can I tell about himself
Yeah.
a little bit?
We met Tyler we went to your workshop 2 years in a row at Junior State Thespian, and we're just, first of all, I couldn't believe how gracious and kind you were that you would take your time to come talk to a bunch of bratty middle schoolers.
Oh, no, I love it.
And just so impressed with what you do. So introduce yourself and tell us about your history.
Oh, gosh. We'll be here for 5 hours.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Cameras are going.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So, oh gosh. So I started off, we moved to Florida in middle school. And that's kind of when I started getting involved in the middle school drama department, and it was absolutely nothing. I grew up in Citrus County. I don't know if any of you know where Citrus County is.
Yeah.
If
We
you
live in
do,
Polk County, so
oh, perfect.
yeah.
So so I grew up in Inverness, so then
Sure.
on the board of Inverness and Floral City, and I was very, it was just Inverness. That's all you can really say. It's
Yes.
unique, it's one of a kind.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I went to middle school there and also high school, and that's kind of when my love for theater, my passion started brewing. In high school, we have some. It's not New York without a little interruption. In high school, I went through Kristen Neander's drama program. She was my high school drama teacher, and she gave me a lot of foundation, a lot of direction, and just a thirst for life that I never had before. And it really changed my life. Fast forward, oh my God, I've worked at Disney World. I did a little stint at, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Nice.
Very short, very
What did
short.
you do there?
I lived on a circus train. I worked in wardrobe.
Okay.
I also did a short little stint on Barney Live in concert.
Nice.
Yes, listen,
Oh,
we're all
Barney.
desperate, and when you're first starting out, you're like, yes, and.
Absolutely.
Wait, but they're bringing Barney back, aren't they? Bringing Barney back?
Oh,
Did
maybe,
he
I
ever
don't know about
leave?
the tour, but Listen, we
I
were
don't
in like
know.
Laredo, Texas on the border and across the, like stone's
With
throw from
Barney.
Mexico, and two Americans just got kidnapped then
Yeah.
many years ago.
Oh
But
my
anyways,
gosh.
here we are.
Safe and
And
sound.
then I took a little break from theater. I moved to Dubai. I traveled the world as an international cabin crew with the world's best airline, Emirates.
Oh my God.
And then I came back to theater. And now I worked on, to date, 12 Broadway musicals. Well, forgive me, 11 Broadway musicals, one play. Very proud about my play.
Which one was that?
Then, yeah, here we are.
What play was that?
I worked on a play called Network.
Okay.
It's based on I believe it's 1964 or 1974. I always get the year wrong. But it's based on the movie with Howard Beale where he's a news anchor and he basically screams, "I'm mad as beep," and I can't take it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
On
awesome.
that production, we had Toni Goldwyn, which she's fabulous. We had Tatiana Maslany, who was incredible, and now she's the She-Hulk, and she's everywhere. Yeah, right?
Nice. Yeah.
And then we also had a little man named Bryan Cranston, who was wonderful. So, but
He's a super nice
very
guy.
happy
from
about
what I
that.
hear.
And then now that I've
Yeah.
kind of reached, in my mind, the pinnacle of my career, I thought it was very important to me to go back and like give back. So I reached out to my high school drama teacher, Miss Neander, and I said, "How can I do that?" And she had encouraged me to apply to become a judge and or a workshop presenter. And I said yes. And I was very interested. I was interested in doing it before, but finally I was like, I'm going to do it. I want to do it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Here you are. And you're currently
that's
working
awesome.
at Wicked.
Yes,
correct?
currently I'm working at Wicked. I dress the male ensemble. There's 4 of us in the male ensemble, and it's a lot of fun. So I take care of their costumes during the show. So I dress and undress actors, move stuff around, make the magic. But please, I'm only one person of like a massive wardrobe department that takes care of the entire show. So it's quite a exhausting process, but it's amazing. It's an amazing process.
So you're doing like the quick changes and everything in the midst of the show?
Yeah. So
Help us understand a little better.
So I have what's known as a track. What a track is it's basically a list of assignments to complete throughout the entire show. So for instance, I'll do my preset for my costumes that I take care of at the top of the show, and then they'll call places, and then I'll begin my show presets, and then for instance, my first thing that I'll do is
I feel like you should know this one.
it's all I have to do is hit autopilot.
It's
and I'm
like muscle memory.
huh? Woo! And then, first thing is I quick change the father in the show. So I'll get that preset ready to go. He'll run off. We'll quick change him. He'll run on. And we'll do a little this, little that. And then I'm carrying heavy baskets everywhere around the theater. So, yes. So quick changes and
Baskets full of
presets. We do presets of a preset of a preset so that it just goes. What was your question?
Baskets full of like clothing?
Clothing. Yeah. Because I'm in wardrobe, I can only handle the costumes in the show.
Okay.
So no props or
Okay.
nothing because we're all union.
Right.
So it's like there's a person to do that. There's a person to do this.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you never cross
It's not
over
like
lines.
community theater
dear.
where you like
No
are
ghost
doing
busters.
everything.
Yeah. No crossing.
I'm everything. Absolutely not. No. You have a thing. You have a lane, and you stay in it.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't cross the streams. Okay.
Oh my God.
So wait, how long have you been doing Wicked?
Oh, wow. Okay, so I moved back to America in December of 2016, and Wicked was my 5th show. I have to talk it out, sorry. And
Yeah.
then
No.
Following your
okay.
timeline.
I think like March, April of 2017.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
So yeah, a few years
wow.
then.
Yeah. Well, minus pandemic years, which that was a whole nother
Oh,
world.
yeah.
Oh goodness.
Was that tough? Did you like have a hard time kind of getting through that work wise?
Yeah.
Because everything was shut down, right? There
Correct.
wasn't-
So it was. I think I kind of speak for all of us on Broadway. That it was a very depressing state for all of us, because you have to understand Broadway is 6 days a week. We get 1 day off to do our food shopping, to do our laundry, to do any errands you need as a human being. You have 1 day. Yeah, you might have the morning, but come on, let's face it, you're tired and you want to sleep in because you just worked until 11 o'clock.
Right.
So yeah, no, it was very hard, and it wasn't like we could just work from home. Everybody,
Right.
let's do a professional Broadway production via Zoom.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen? No, we can't. You know, come on. Let me change my virtual background. Oh, look, I'm in the Emerald City. Might not look like it, but it's green. Wait, it's red. It's red. Oh no. No, of course not.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very hard.
And I'm sure financially, right? That you feel that impact.
Oh, it broke
Yeah.
me. I mean, I know that it broke a lot of other people, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was very devastating. And at the time, oh gosh, PTSD. At the time,
no.
I was working on a show, West Side Story, over at the Broadway Theater, and it was interesting. There was a lot of controversy. You could read about it. And we were basically told throughout the entire pandemic, oh, you have a show to come back to. You have a show to come back to. Don't worry, you have a show to come back to. And then, like, as shows were starting to open back up,
Right.
we were like, oh, when are we going to get the email? When are we going to go back to work?
It's coming.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get back to what I love more than anything.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, oh, look, every other Broadway show has opened up.
Where's mine?
Hello, I still got my deli ticket. And then we got the email that, hey, by the way, the show's closing and you're not coming back to work.
Oh, no.
So we were only open for like 1 to 2 months, and then
Oh, wow.
That sucks.
That's horrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd hate to say like that's the world, but like
But that's the way
Yeah.
it goes.
that's
That's
the
how
world.
that went,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a shame that we were basically strung along for the longest
Yeah.
time
Because you could be looking for
instead of
something
like
else.
you know
right.
have a little bit of a heart and just be like you're cut.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just rip the Band-Aid off early.
of course.
Yeah.
No, of course. Not to get too political,
Yeah.
but I'm very grateful that there was that extended like unemployment stuff.
Right.
Mainly because like, yeah, I applied for like other jobs, and I was working another job at the time. I was working at CBS News, doing CBS This Morning Saturday. So I had that, but that's 1 day a week of work, and
Right.
I can't pay the mortgage.
Yeah.
Not here.
Not here
Can't keep
anyway.
The lights on. No, this is so expensive. But no, it's very expensive. But I'm very grateful for that extended unemployment. I know a lot of people on Broadway were like applying for like grocery store jobs, any other entry level
Anything
position.
to get in.
And
Yeah.
it's because everybody was applying for those, or
Yeah.
and then there was of course a limit on how many people could be in the store.
Right.
So we're not going
Right.
to hire a thousand, grocery store employees,
Right.
and only
Didn't make
use you
sense.
1 day a
Right.
week. It was very dramatic, and very grateful for that because our backs were in a corner, and
Yeah.
we couldn't do anything. And
Yeah.
this is the first time in my entire life I've ever collected unemployment.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what to do. What phone number do I call? What
Yeah.
form do I submit? I don't know.
Totally.
I
Yeah.
don't have a job.
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
With the rest of America is trying to go through that process at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
Especially in New
difficult.
York City, where like,
Yeah.
don't quote me, I think it's like anywhere between 6 and 8 million. I forget the official number. Just
Yeah.
in Manhattan alone, live here.
Right.
So
It's a lot.
That's a lot of competition for like
Yeah.
a couple of jobs.
I would call.
Yeah.
I would just hit like, press 2 for Spanish. Hi, can you help me? This is the Spanish line. Call back.
Dang it. I just want to talk to a person.
I
I speak a little Japanese.
So
Please help
like
me.
in that time period, it was really hard to get a job. But is it normally really hard to get a job doing what you do?
Oh, that's a complicated question. Yes, but no.
Okay,
Okay.
Oh, I'm
Do tell.
I'm ready for the rest of that.
revealing the secrets of
Yeah.
my union. I'm
Do
going to be
it.
banished.
Oh, no.
I hope not.
We work for food. I'm kidding. No. Oh, we work in
Well, now you know to get
We
food
work. We
stamps,
work.
so you're good.
Yeah. I prefer to work, but yes, it'll bridge me for like a month. But no. How do you get work regularly? So I'm a part of a union, specifically IATSE. It's an acronym. It's IATSE. It's International Alliance of Theatrical Stagehand Employees.
Okay.
And IATSE covers, I believe, North America, which would be, of course, Canada, U.S., and I think a little bit of Mexico, but primarily United States. And I'm in the local 764 in New York City, which is specifically for wardrobe professionals.
Okay.
Now, on the other end, so we cover wardrobe, and there's another union for hair and makeup, and then there's another union, another local in New York for props, carpentry, electrics, somebody else, audio maybe, technically audio is under electrics, but
Okay.
we're splitting hairs. But if you were to think about it, but to go back, IATSE is kind of like Girl Scouts.
Okay.
So there is Girl Scouts that span the entire United States, and there's little troops underneath
Yes.
that.
Sure.
Exactly. So if you were to think in that way, my little local 764 is a troop, so to speak, under it. And this is our lane, and we stick to it. So, and I think mainly I think one of the reasons why we're not a part of Local One, which I'd love to be a part of Local One. If anybody's listening, I'd love to be a part of Local One. Cha-ching. Hello. Thank you.
We'll help get the word out.
I'll move some props anyways. No, but I love what I do.
Yeah.
No, I think mainly because wardrobe people, our contracts are way more specific than maybe perhaps somebody in carps or props or carpentry. Forgive me, because like when you're moving set pieces, you don't need to change certain things out. For instance, if Alphabet isn't on,
Right.
the wardrobe person has to switch out all of her clothing, switch out the presets. In the ensemble, we need to switch things out. Whereas if you were to be carpentry or props, the Grimmery in Wicked is still the Grimmery no matter who's touching it, if that makes
Gotcha.
sense.
Okay.
So it's the same thing. So it's a little bit more consistent, whereas
Right.
our world is more,
Yeah. Right.
I hope that explains like kind of that. So how do you get work? You join the union,
Okay.
specifically whatever local you want. You get into the union, and then you get a lovely little list of who the wardrobe supervisors are on both TV, film, and Broadway.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you send out your resume and you pray.
All right. So there's no like weird audition processes that you have to do, like if you're, because we're familiar with our kids, from the actor side of it,
Yeah.
But yeah, so like they have to do an auditioning process and all of that. You don't have to do that. It's just solely resume.
It's not like how
you
quick
get
can you
like
do a quick change.
I wish
Yeah.
I could lie and be like, oh, it's so hard. I'm kidding. So there is, but there isn't. I love all my answers. They're not even like a yes or a no. I'll explain.
No, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
yeah.
So in the professional wardrobe world, a great way that the wardrobe supervisor can kind of, I don't want to say try you out, but audition you maybe is the proper
Yeah,
terminology,
yeah.
is usually you'll be brought in for what's known as day work.
Okay.
And you'll do day work, and as long as you are sane and are not crazy, generally it would be nice if you, as the day worker, would say to the wardrobe supervisor, "Oh, I'm interested in learning the show as what's known as a wardrobe swing," which I'll get into in just a second.
Okay.
And then you learn a few tracks,
Okay.
you run it, and then that's how you kind of gain employment.
Okay.
On rare occasions, they might look at your resume and be like, "Whoa, here's a full-time job out of the gate." I would definitely say, from my experience, it's quite rare that they would just pick you up and you'd be full-time. And the best part about being full-time is that, generally speaking, you have a job until the show closes.
Okay.
Nice.
That's nice.
So,
Yeah.
like, if I were to stay at Wicked, or if I do choose to stay at Wicked, or if I do stay at Wicked, however I want to phrase it, I have the job until the show closes.
That's nice.
Would your job
Yeah.
ever change within Wicked? Would you ever switch? Are you, once you're in that
No,
one spot?
generally speaking, once you're in your track, it's
Okay.
yours forever.
That's yours.
But,
That's
nice.
nice.
I know other dressers who will stay on a show for about 1 to 2 years, hop to another one. Then that show closes, they'll hop to another big, huge show, and then they'll do that
Yeah.
for 2 years, and they'll just pop around.
Yeah.
Or there are other dressers who choose to just stay there and do the same thing because it's a paycheck.
And it's stable and
Exactly, yeah.
And you know
And
you're
honestly, whenever you
predictable.
get older,
Yeah, stability is important.
You have exactly. No, stability is very important. If you want to buy an apartment, if you want to buy a house, if you want to buy a condo, you need to have kind of regular employment, not only to prove it to the banks, but just to pay your bills.
Right.
Yeah.
exactly.
So-
Exactly.
It just the beautiful thing about Broadway, specifically the wardrobe world, is that there is so many opportunities. So if you want to have that crazy life of hopping from show to show and have work on the biggest shows, that's something you can easily do. If you want to have something of a little bit more of a stable career, you can easily have that as well. It might take you a little while to figure out, okay, which one
Right.
and how
right.
can I like put my money or use my free time to try to like network and
Mhm. Yeah.
to get onto like a Hamilton or a Wicked.
One of the things that we've learned, kind of going through this process is it is very much who connections that you might grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you get to know somebody and you're like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do, and then they can say, oh hey, I know somebody who's looking for somebody. We'll get you in contact with this supervisor.
Yeah.
And then word of mouth kind of helps out. I'm assuming in that world as well.
Yeah. So I'd actually like to share a story with you.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Absolutely.
Please.
This is my
We love
favorite,
story
This
time.
is my favorite
Yes.
life story, and you may have heard it when you came to my workshop, but I'll share it again. It's my favorite. So let's travel back in time when I was 18. No, 19, forgive me. For whatever reason, I was working at Disney World at the time, and I was like, oh my God, and Wicked was like the hottest thing. It'd been around for like, I forget, like 2, 3, 4 years, whatever. But they had 2 tours going, and it was big, and it was the thing. It was like the Hamilton back then. It was like, oh. And I don't know what came over me, but somehow I figured out who the wardrobe supervisor was on Wicked, and I sent my resume to the stage door at the Gershwin Theater in New York. Again, I was living in Florida at the time. And I wrote this really interesting cover letter. I was like, hi, I'm Tyler.
Yeah.
I'd love to work on the tour with you, or I'd love to be like an entry-level position on the tour of Wicked. Should you need any help? I mean, if anything, Disney World taught me, and I worked on many parades and shows there in the wardrobe department, they taught me that you could have your crew, but then something can happen, and you need somebody right now, or you needed somebody yesterday, and you're like,
Okay, yeah.
what? So I sent my resume, and Alice Gilbert, who is the production wardrobe supervisor, which when the term production is added on to wardrobe supervisor, that means she's in charge of every production of Wicked.
Oh wow. Okay.
She's the boss.
Wow.
Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
So I was like, ugh. But you know what? Whatever. Who cares? Screw it. I'm going to send her the letter.
You have
Send her my
absolutely
resume.
nothing to lose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that what's really important is that people, especially me, I was always so afraid of like setting my resume.
What if they say no? What if they hate you? Yeah.
They
What if
won't
they
say no
say
to my
yes?
face. They'll just not message me back. But I'm going to continue living my life because I got to go to work. And I won't even know about it. I won't even know that she said no. I won't be like, oh no, I'm heartbroken. I'll be heartbroken for a day and I'll get over it. But that's not what happened.
Yeah.
What happened was literally 3 hours after, because I sent it FedEx overnight
Oh my
with a
gosh.
discount coupon code from a job I was working on.
Well, yeah,
anyways.
you got to get a
Nice.
check.
Please, I was working at Disney World, please. $6.79 an hour,
Oh,
please,
gosh.
slaving. Anyways, no, I used a coupon code, and I got it up there like overnight shipping, and you could track it, so I know when it
Yeah, when it arrives.
Yeah, I was like, oh, did it arrive or was it lost in the mail? Who knows? And within 3 hours, she emailed me back to my personal email.
Wow.
I forget what it said verbatim, but it basically said that, currently I just received your resume confirmation. Should you happen to be in New York City, I'd love to have a conversation with you. And we don't have any positions on the tour.
Right.
They had just replaced their wardrobe supervisor, assistant head of wardrobe. I didn't know exactly what involved touring or what came with it,
Right.
which is a whole nother story. But on that production, there's only 2 positions, which is the wardrobe supervisor and the assistant wardrobe supervisor. I thought there could be like laundry person.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
call me in. I'll do
Super
it.
entry
Wow.
level. Yeah.
Whatever.
I'll sweep up the horse manure. Anyways, so then I knew that there was no positions available. I knew she was interested in having a conversation with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd be stupid not to hitchhike to New York City. I'm kidding, I didn't hitchhike. Another random fact about me, I was working for Delta Airlines at the time as a gate and ticket agent in the Orlando International Airport.
Ooh.
As what's known as a ready reserve, so I was seasonal. And I had free domestic travel.
Nice.
Yeah, Delta's fantastic like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're also really great to their employees as well. But I was kind of seasonal / I worked, super part-time. But I was like, oh my gosh, all the stars are aligning. Why am I not doing this?
Yeah.
So literally the next week, which was I think the day after my birthday, I dressed as fancy and as nice as I possibly could, which wasn't great. But anyways, I tried. I found a tie, the only tie I had.
Got your best hoodie.
Yeah, that's right. And I took a taxi. Went to the Gershwin Theater. Oddly enough, standing outside the theater, Kevin Huck, who is the assistant head of wardrobe, was outside the stage door. Now, of course, think about it. I was very young, and I saw a stage door, and I was like, do I touch the handle? What do I do? Do I push the bell? What do I, hello? What do I, hello? Oh, do I send another email? Is there, what's behind the door? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there like a guard being like, oh, come back here?
What's the
I don't
password?
know.
What's that?
Exactly. Secret, yeah. What's the handshake? I don't know. I'm like, do I touch the handle? Whoa. I was literally standing out there looking at the door handle for 5 minutes being like,
In
what
the
do I
meantime,
do? What
we've
do I
got you on a
do? What do I
camera
do?
somewhere. Should we put him out of his misery?
No, let's laugh for some more. Let's do an alarm. I'm kidding. Yeah. And outside having a cigarette was Kevin Huck, the assistant wardrobe supervisor, and he was like, because I finally mustered up the courage to speak to the only person that was outside the building having a cigarette. I was like, hi, excuse me, my name's Tyler. I'm here to see Alice Gilbert. She's the wardrobe supervisor. He said, oh yeah, you're Tyler. Okay, yeah, we have your resume, but whatever.
Oh,
And then
gosh, they knew you.
God.
yeah, because I guess Alice had said, oh, I'm meeting this young kid. So then he brought me backstage. He brought me up to the wardrobe room, sat me down. I'll never forget, Alice was busy. She was running a little late because she was at Macy's buying bras. I was like, okay, cool. So it was a great opportunity to meet Christina and Shanaz, who are two of the sisters back then at Wicked. Incredible people, wonderful human beings. And then Kevin Huck was also there as well. And we all just kind of started chatting, and Christina and Shanaz made me feel so welcome because I was so nervous. Oh my gosh,
I
please, are you
bet.
kidding me?
Oh,
I'm just a
bet.
young...
backstage.
I was like, yeah, of course. And in
Yeah.
the wardrobe room full of tons of boxes, of trims, of laces, of zippers, of threads. I was like,
Do you feel like you walked into heaven?
this is like... and it was shocking because I was like, this is it. Like, this is the place.
Yeah.
Oh
This
my...
is it.
And I'm here. Out-of-body experience completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Surreal.
So then Alice finally arrived. She brought me into the male ensemble dressing room, which is where I work now, full circle. But anyway, she brought me in there. She showed me a lot of costumes. I was like, can I touch the hat? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, wow. I bet she was like, who's this crazy kid? No, I'm kidding.
He's just noob.
Right, yeah. I was like, well, come on. I know in theater you don't touch anything.
Yeah.
So of
Yeah,
course
is
I
that
was
your
like,
prop?
Right.
Exactly. My Kristen Neander, my high school drama teacher, she taught me well. She was like, go. But no, yeah, and then stayed in touch. A wonderful interview. Stayed in touch via email, Facebook friend requests, yada yada, shish and baden. Always stayed in contact. Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, whatever. And then when I was flying for Emirates, every time I was in the city, I'd go have lunch with the wardrobe crew, hang out with. They'd invite me backstage when I was when I was just a flight attendant.
Wow.
And I'd hang out, of course, up until half hour, and talking to Shanaz and Christina. It's a wonderful experience and long-winded story by basically saying you never know what's going to happen if you don't ever take that risk. If you think that door handle is too much to touch, just touch it. Or like send in your resume because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If you don't ever try. There was a line in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I think Bernadette, by the way, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert is the best Broadway musical for costumes because every single scene was like a whole new ridiculous costume.
I bet the
It was
fun.
crazy. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, it was. I didn't work on it. I saw. I was like, wow, this is a costumer's delight. Oh my god, cupcakes and this and headpieces. I was like, this is ridiculous, and I'm
Be
here
fun
for
to
it.
stand backstage and just watch it happen.
Right? Absolutely not. It's crazy. But anyways, going back on topic. Bernadette, an actress in the show, rather the character on the show, once said, you never know if you don't ever give it a go, and it's a quote that really resonated with me because throw caution to the wind. Who cares? What's important is that the person that you're sending your resume to, or the person that you're trying to converse with, is a human being.
Yeah.
They used to be a nobody. Sorry. They used to be a kid in high school and look up and idolize somebody higher than them. And, I think that's really important for people to understand that they're also human. They might also be extremely busy, so be respectful. But make those connections, send those letters, send those emails. Maybe that's a little creepy. Send handwritten letter is nicer. Do whatever you want, but do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't sit around and say, well, I don't know. No, you do know. Go try it.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
love it. Well, that's what happened after we saw you. I'm like, well, he said to try, so I'm going to try. So I was like, I would have written you a letter, but I don't know your address, so
that's quite all right.
Also, that would have been very creepy.
That would have been just slightly creepy.
Well, I've had a lot of mail theft at my house, so probably would have never even come.
See?
Losers.
Jeez.
Anyway, here we are. Kind of lockbox and everything. And,
Oh my God. Seriously.
Wow.
well, I mean, life in the theater, you're never home, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
speaking of that, a day in the life, what does your day look like? Wake up to end.
Okay.
On a day you're working.
Oh, okay.
Which is what, every day?
Let's do. So we'll do like a matinee day. So matinee day. So I'll wake up at the last second because I'm lazy.
So what time would that be?
Like 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, and then I have to be at work at 12:30 for a 2-show day.
Okay.
12:30, and then that's I believe for a 2 o'clock show.
Okay.
So it's hour before half hour, which is confusing, but half hour is when everybody shows up, and then we get an hour before that to prep if we need to maintain anything at the last second,
Yeah.
switch outs,
Right.
and then into the 2 o'clock show. Run the show. We'll get out at about 5 o'clock maybe. Depends who's on.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Sometimes 5:30 or 5:15.
Okay.
Other times earlier than that. Oh, cool. They're pressure washing. Sorry.
That's fun.
And then we have anywhere between 30 minutes or an hour and a half to go out, grab food, come back to the theater, do the evening performance, and then go home at about maybe 11.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
It's a long day.
Yeah.
it is a long day,
It's
yeah.
a really long day.
And in my workplace, there's no windows. So in between
Right.
shows, I always make it a point to try to go out
Go outside.
and just get a breath of fresh air, walk around.
Stand in the sun for a hot second.
Get some
Yeah.
Get some vitamin D.
I exist.
Yeah. What does the world look like today?
Wow. Bye. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Going back into my basement.
And then on top of that, you're dressing for the CBS Morning News?
I don't do that anymore.
Oh, okay.
But primarily over the pandemic, and then a little bit before that, I was able to fill in for the wardrobe supervisor who works there full time whenever he needed to go on vacation.
Got it. Okay.
And then what else was there? Then I filled in and did a little bit on CBS Saturday. So,
Okay.
and that was quite crazy because usually you'd get there at about maybe 4 o'clock in the morning,
Mm.
and then it's morning news.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Be ready to go.
you'd get there. Yeah, you'd get there at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then you would work. Help the anchors pick out their clothing, or they would pick it out and just you'd prep it. And then you would they'd be in hair and makeup for I want to say about maybe 1 to 2 hours.
Wow.
God, every day.
Well, it's nice and relaxing because you're just hanging out, talking with people that you know, and that who are kind of in your inner circle
Yeah. True.
of making you feel and look beautiful.
Yeah. And you're getting pampered. So that's
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
nice.
Yeah.
And then you go to set in the studio, and then you run the show. Obviously it's news, so every show is completely different.
Yeah.
And by the end of my shift usually ended about 12 o'clock, but the show would go off air maybe 8, 9. I forget. My mind,
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a little while. The show would go off air, and then the anchors would be on kind of standby until the evening news in DC were to enter the building, just so that if any coverage needed to take place,
Okay.
they were in the building. So every time the show ended, I was like, please, world, don't implode. Please don't implode. I don't have time for somebody passing away or like a war to have started. I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't need breaking news.
No.
Please be normal.
And if it happens, they're just going to wear the same thing that they wore this morning.
Right. Well, then you got to go in and like make sure they look okay. And
Press
I'm
it again or whatever.
No.
I'm just gonna stand there. I'm gonna steam you.
Yeah.
So like the world could implode at 12:30 and go.
Yeah, get out the door, then it can
Right?
happen.
Yeah.
No, but that was also really fun because that was a different side of the wardrobe world that I was able to experience.
Yeah.
So
That's very cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You've done like quick changing for like a long time, right? What's the quickest one you've ever done? I'm asking this because we have a friend that does quick changes at our community theater.
yeah,
She's like, she wants to do what you do. And she wanted to be here.
come and apply.
But she also wanted to go see Spencer, the guy that we mentioned when you first sat down, that broke his toe. So she's down in Brooklyn visiting him today. But she's like kicking herself, I know.
Yeah.
Well, Spencer, get well soon. hope you recovered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Broadway needs you.
Yeah.
Yes, they
Yes.
do.
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks off, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just did it on
one of
like
those numbers.
Monday or something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Don't chase a cat through your apartment. That's the lesson we've learned, I think.
Yeah, he didn't even hurt it on the job.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Just doing stupid shit. Anyway, so she sent me questions. She was
Yeah.
like, "You've got to ask it."
Yeah.
So that was her question.
So what's my fastest
Yes.
quick change I've ever done? I don't know that I've ever timed it.
Maybe the most frantic, like, oh my
But,
gosh, this is gonna work.
Complicated.
Yeah.
There's so many. Oh, okay. I got it. Here we go.
All right.
So, I was working Hello Dolly, the most recent revival with Bette Midler, Bernadette Peters, Victoria
goodness.
Barbara. But okay, so I was a swing. So which just means that I filled in for sickness or vacation. And then at the time I was covering for 3 weeks. I learned the show at the tail end. So I don't know if you guys know, but Bette Midler started the show, and then it switched to Bernadette Peters. And then I guess they couldn't find a Dolly replacement, so Bette Midler decided to come back.
Okay.
So I learned the show with Bette Midler on her second to last show.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Or second to last or last show, whatever one it was. And then I was doing it all by myself on the first night of Bette Midler. I was like, wow, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Was she
totally.
cool?
Well, I never really ever interacted with either of them. I was too starstruck because, listen, okay, that original Broadway cast of Into the Woods, the VHS, I had it. Or I think Chris Neander, my high school drama teacher, had it. I blew that stuff apart.
Yes.
I watched that nonstop. It was the best thing. And then to see her alive,
Yeah.
breathing next to me.
Peters, yeah,
Yes,
I know.
I bet.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I've had so many out-of-body experiences. It's amazing. And then Bette Midler, oh my gosh, I watched Hocus Pocus on replay, and then to see her be like... Anyways, so going back to the story. I had no idea. Nobody told me. It wasn't in the notes. The wardrobe supervisor, love him to death, Douglas Pettigene, greatest wardrobe supervisor. He didn't tell me. Nobody told me. Bernadette Peters does a slower show. Bette Midler does a faster show. And I'm not talking like a few seconds, I'm talking fast. Here I am, we got 2 quick changes coming up. The whole ensemble does a little of this across the stage. If you ever watch any of the slime tutorials that you should be watching, they do a little of this across the stage. The whole cast, whole ensemble, they're flying at you like a treadmill. And you're like, which one am I? Which one? Where am I? Picking up my kids from daycare. Which one are you? Where are you? I have to do my
Name tags.
I have tie. I have a tie. Where are you? I don't know what colors you are. I don't know your names. I just started. Anyways, so here I am, and I'm ready for my quick change, and all of a sudden, this music starts going across the stage. Advanced terminology. They're coming across, and it's like they're flying. It's like a highway going 90. Here I am on a local country road where I'm learning the show. They're flying, and I was like, oh no, my gosh, what am I doing? I don't know. Man, I had to learn quick. They made their entrance, but oh wow.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys never told me we're on a treadmill going 100 miles an hour. It was the scariest thing I've ever experienced. It was like, oh, I need to perform. I need to go. Oh my gosh. And the actor was like, oh. And I was like, oh. So that was a really scary experience. Because quick changes are like, nice, calculated.
Yeah.
Speed was never a factor. Because when you learn the show, it's like, okay, this is the show you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Not the case.
I did not realize.
She's rolling it through.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Bernadette likes to marinate, go slower, enunciate, which is beautiful, and it's truly amazing. And then Bette is also truly amazing. But it's like, oh. And you heard it, and you heard them before they came on. You were like, wait, why is it going faster? Why is it going faster? Why is it going faster?
I thought I had more time.
And then everybody around me is like, oh, yeah, this is Bette's show.
Cool.
You didn't think to tell me?
Right? Or like, oh, she's back. And I'm like, yeah, but you could have told me the speed is a factor. So I just had to like go super fast. I don't
You
even
think they
know.
were back there like laughing, like, look at Tyler.
Oh, I have no idea about that.
Nobody told him.
That's what you're trying to do with
We'll
this.
get good.
I think also it was a little bit of a shock for everybody else. It was like, oh wow, but when you work on a show, it's just
Yeah.
an easy switch to be like, oh, I just have to go faster. Okay,
Gotcha.
switch.
Right.
I didn't have the other side of the switch.
No.
It was like, I'm running. Okay, here we go.
Oh my
So-
gosh.
That's one of my most memorable ones. Because it was like
I feel like I can understand why.
Because also I wanted to like appreciate her first night being like, this is a monumental moment in my life. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah, it's a huge responsibility.
what do I do? What do
It's
I
a
do?
huge responsibility.
Yeah.
If somebody gets the wrong color or the wrong,
Right,
they
right.
miss their entrance.
Well,
or
thankfully with that quick change, we preset everything onto a chair and they just come to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, you want to be ready.
Right. Yeah.
And when the actor gets to you in that specific change, I believe you undo the tie to. But oh my gosh, I'm like, well, which
Yeah.
one are you? I don't know who am I doing? Who am I changing?
Yeah.
You know?
You're seeing them
It's
waiting.
crazy. So for us, it's part of, we dabble, right?
Yeah.
We just dabble with our kids at our community theater.
Yeah, we're
and we
learning.
help out and we're learning. And so total noobs, we've done a few shows now. And so we've had our own experiences with quick changing, and we realized kids are more difficult than adults, But
Yeah, they
Oh.
don't help as much.
No.
I-
or they work
They
against
work against you,
I'm like, put the
actually.
leg down. Put the leg down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The other foot
You're like
first.
Doing this business.
Yes. Or when you have to put a clown thing on and you get 2 arms and a leg and one hole.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's happened to us.
We're not very good at it.
I
No, we're not. We're learning, But luckily, we have awesome mentors at the theater that we're at, like Miss Laura Beard, who is
Yes, Laura.
fantastic and so talented. And we could all see her doing this one day
Yes.
on
We're,
Broadway.
like, pushing her.
Telling her.
It is her
How old
dream.
is she?
She's younger than
37?
me.
She's
Yeah,
37.
37.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think
Somewhere
that seems right.
Yeah,
Broadway's always hiring.
I know.
yeah. We're trying to
I know. We should-
encourage her.
She has obstacles she'll put up in front of it that I don't think are real ones. It's that
Yes, Laura,
fear
we're
thing.
talking
I
about
think it's
you.
the fear thing.
Well,
like you were
moving to
talking
New York
about.
City is not for the. I'm sorry to say this, but it's not for the weak.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart.
New York City is. I hate to use the treadmill thing again, but it's like getting onto a treadmill. Like
Yeah.
the city goes super fast, and you're either with it or you're not. And when you come here, and you want to work in theater,
Yeah.
you need to be 100% sure that that is what you want. And if it's not, and if you find that theater is not what you're looking for, that's perfectly okay. But just know how to pivot quickly.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, when you come to New York and when you are interested in theater, just be focused on that. There's going to be so many external things that are just going to drag you down. And the first few years are usually really hard because nobody knows you. And you normally always have to say, forgive me, you don't have to, but usually I would recommend always saying yes to work.
Yeah.
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 Somebody calls you out of the blue offering you work.
Right.
Well, you got one show on your resume and it's maybe somewhere outside of New York of a community theater or a high school or a college, something like that type of a show.
Right.
And you don't have like your first Broadway credits. You generally should say yes.
Yeah.
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 Even
Well,
if
that
it's like, even if it's the crappiest production ever, just have something on your resume to show that, yes, I've done one.
Yeah.
Right.
Or yes, I've done day work at a show. Or
Right.
yes,
She's done
I've,
hundreds of the community theater things.
She has.
Yeah.
Right.
Hundreds.
Professionally, she's ready to go.
I mean, yeah, I think she's ready for the next step.
Do it.
It's just scary. It's
Oh.
scary to make that plunge.
it is the scariest thing ever because you never know. And a lot of wardrobe supervisors on Broadway, rather, I don't even know a single wardrobe supervisor that would give a job to somebody who does not live in New York.
Right.
There's no like, get a job before you come here. Absolutely not. You have to be here to get the job, to be
Yeah.
like, I'm here, I'm ready to
I'm
go.
committed.
Yeah, that's a hell of a
That's where
plunge.
I'm at.
Which is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To gamble and risk it all.
Yeah, it's true. And then you have to become, as you were talking before, part of the union.
Yes.
So is there, like, do you have to already have work to show to become part of the union or a certain amount of
Is that hard?
hours?
So I'll explain my journey and then kind of explain like the regular person journey.
Okay.
I have a little bit of a weird. My life is very interesting sometimes. So I started at Disney World back when I was an intern, and then I continued to stay on with them as part time. Well, part time allowed me to be a part of the IATSE union, but the local in Orlando that
Okay.
covered theme parks.
Okay.
I forget the number off the top of my head. It'll probably come to me in like an hour and be like, oh, that was the number. But anyways, there's a local in Orlando. There's 2, I believe. One is specifically for theme parks. And then I wasn't stupid. I knew what a great opportunity being a part of IATSE was. I continued to pay my dues. And then finally, when it was time for me to work on Broadway and move to New York and like have that experience, or try to have that experience,
Yeah.
I just called up to my local in Orlando and said I'd like to. I didn't know what to do, so I was like, "Hi, I want to move to New York and work on Broadway. How on earth do I do that?" And they were very gracious, and they said, basically, what you need to do is call up to that local and ask what their transfer procedures are. And all I did was basically transfer from the Orlando local. I transferred my membership from there to the New York local, and it was quite seamless.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you do have to pay. I think the price at the time was $1,000 to transfer into the New York local. I was broke at the time. I worked Disney cast member, yay!
Yeah, so that's a hard hurdle.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a lot of hours.
Again, I talked to I believe the treasury person at the New York local, and I was like, "Hi, I'm a Disney theme park cast member. I don't have a lot of money, or this is what I'm kind of coming from." Or at the time, I was working for the airline, so I was like, "I don't have a lot of money.
Do you have scholarships?
What can I like?
Like
how
anything?
Can I?"
Payment plan, something.
I would. This is my dream, and I want to make this happen. How can I? Should I save up? Can I? What do I do? She goes, "Oh, no problem. We can come up with a payment plan."
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh."
Nice.
Perfect.
So basically,
Again, another example of
calling and asking.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yes.
So I called up, and then they were like this, and then. But what was really great was that my transfer would have already taken place, and then I'd be working on Broadway and just paying off my transfer fee.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nice.
So yeah, if that is a hurdle, call up. They might say no,
Yeah.
but just try. I think maybe because I was already in IATSE, that has something to do with it. That I've already kind of established that I can work at the professional level at a theme park, but professional level in that realm. I don't know, but call, ask, write a letter, write an email, do it. So then that's how I kind of got started in that. So
Nice. And that's not the normal path.
no, forgive me. So the normal path. If you wanted to join IATSE cold turkey from New York, what you could do is you have to go through an application process. I believe one of the stipulations is that you have to live in New York for a period of time.
Okay.
And then you will then go into, if you are approved, I believe you go into a probationary period where you have to find 30 days of work.
Okay.
So you have to send your resume around and basically say, please help me,
Please hire me.
give me a shot. And then, if you are able to get, or when you get your 30 days, then you go through the initiation process, you get sworn in, and then you're officially a member of the local.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So now becoming a member of the IATSE local, specifically 764, that does not guarantee you work.
Sure.
It just gives you a little card that says, I'm qualified to work at the professional level. Being qualified doesn't equal like, oh, here's a golden path to endless career opportunities.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Pick your theater.
No, exactly. You have to prove yourself.
Yeah.
You have to get those Broadway credits on your resume. You have to, be in the trenches and just find that person or find that wardrobe supervisor that will give you a shot to have you come in at an entry level and be kind, be respectful, be nice, be human. It could be a hard day at the theater, but you coming in and just saying good morning might just be a wonderful addition, and you just set yourself apart.
Yeah.
And it sounds so simple and so basic, but as somebody who we do 5-show weekends, we do 16 shows in a row. Me, I don't, but because it's way too much, but because I always ask for a day off. But there are people who do 16 shows in a row, and it's very hard.
Yeah.
16 shows in a row without a day off. There's a loophole that producers get around, which I'm not a fan of, but it's what the computer algorithm says makes money for the show, and here we are. Anyway,
Interesting.
I'm not grumpy or I'm not jaded. What are you talking about? This old hag. I'm kidding. No, but so everybody is tired. Everybody's exhausted. So for you to just come in and just say, hi, everybody.
Fresh and,
How's your day? That little thing can really set you apart when you're new or just when you've been around for a little while. So that's kind of the trajectory of how to join it, kind of cold turkey or kind of like off the street, so to speak. And that's why in the Junior Thespian workshop, I try to push the students and also kind of the parents that come to kind of show them the wealth of opportunities that are in Florida, and specifically in Orlando with Disney World. Yes, you get paid dirt.
Yeah.
Dirt, you get paid nothing. It is slave labor. I think they were requesting for another raise, and Disney was like, ha! Here's a discount to the Disney Star Wars hotel experience that's like $5,000-$6,000 plus the sale of a kidney. And I'm like, oh, cool. So they're making like $100 a week, and you're trying to pitch to them that they get a discount off the hotel. And I'm like, where did you get your MBA? Don't send me there, please. No, thank you. I could do numbers, and that doesn't add up. No, but Disney is great for two groups of people. Older people who retire and want to have that Disney experience, and then younger people. In my opinion, please, if you're middle-aged and you want to go work at Disney World, please go. It's a great experience.
That's your dream.
You might not own, you might not own $1 million car or $1 million house, but you'll have a great working experience. My name is not for me. No, it's great for young people to go in and get that foundation. You know, while I was working at Disney World, I worked on so many different shows and so many different parades that taught me so many techniques, so many details, and truly the foundation of the wardrobe craft.
Right.
Okay.
And without that, I would not be here today. Also without my high school drama teacher that I love more than anything, I would also not be here today. But specifically the Disney experience, there are so many different things that I did there and that I learned there that I still use to this day on Broadway. Little things like how to hang a garment. Well, which way does it hang? There's a proper way and an improper way.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
we're very vulgar on Broadway, so let me think about another way to...
Oh, you can say vulgar.
No,
She's vulgar.
Yeah,
all about it.
I'm holding way back. Sorry.
Oh, of course. Okay, cool, perfect. Then on Broadway, we hang everything tits to the left.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect. Oh, that's
Tits to
good
the
know.
left. So when you're looking at the rack, tits go to the left.
Okay. Well, not that one.
Or chest to the left. But
That's how I hang things in my closet.
oh, there you go. And then also another.
I don't call it that, but that's how it's done.
Another.
Well,
Well,
Oh yeah, I will.
well. We also hang things in show order and in garment order.
okay.
So, for instance, top of show will always go to the far left,
Okay.
and then within that category, you're going to put shirt, pant, vest, jacket. And it's mainly because we read left to right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
totally.
So, but those little things on the professional level really stand out.
Yeah.
Like when I'm training somebody and they don't know that, it's like, oh, I see it. I don't have to say anything,
Yeah.
and automatically I know.
What their education level is.
You know, well,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to be rude or insulting.
Yeah.
But like I know you don't know this key aspect of the wardrobe world. That doesn't mean you're a useless dresser, though.
Right.
Gotcha.
Maybe, but no, I'm
Sure.
kidding.
Maybe they just have a gap in their knowledge, and that's
Exactly.
something that they didn't learn. You know.
But if you were to do this, you would impress me immediately. And I'm just a regular dresser ensemble. Here I am over here.
Yeah.
But like to a wardrobe supervisor, they could easily see that from afar and be like, they know what they're doing.
Right.
Gotcha.
And if you can complete enough of those little things when you're first starting out and show that you've got those little things, you blend in. And blending in makes you stand out. Blending in and being a part of the community will really catapult you and catapult your career and really get you started faster.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gotcha.
That's great.
Secrets
advice.
revealed.
Yeah.
I like that. Blending in makes you stand out.
Yeah.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
because you're new, but then it's also like,
Right,
oh,
you know
but
what you're
you
doing.
belong here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. It's like you've always been here.
Right. Oh, now I got to go home and fix
You
my
don't want to
closet.
stand out. Because as a...
Tits are on the right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got to fix my closet. That's all I can think about. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, another thing is that as a swing dresser, so there's the full-time dressers who go in every single day. Now, of course, as a full-time dresser, you want days off. You want vacation. You kind of want to have a life. Or like you might have to go to the doctor, whatever. You'll take the day off. Well, who's going to cover for you? Well, there are wardrobe people called swings who are either in between work or who just really love to swing, which I love to swing, who come in and cover for sickness or vacation. As a swing, you don't get paid when you're not working. So you really are counting on those days that the full-time dressers take off.
Sure.
Now, as a wardrobe swing, when you're doing the roles and responsibilities and the track, as I had previously explained, when you're doing the track, you want to blend in. You don't want to stand out.
No.
You don't want to reinvent and put the quick change all the way over there when it's there. Because we all like regular things, like, or rather, we like
routine.
routine. Thank you. Yeah, we like our routine.
Yeah, routine and organization.
So,
Yeah. You don't
well, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Do you
things
like-
go crazy, like "Hello, Dolly." You're like,
Unless you're bad
organization. It's all a fire. Ah! I'm not a firefighter.
That's community theater.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
In our experience.
Do you like the swing because it's more challenging? Because it's something different?
Oh,
all the time?
listen. Swinging is, especially when you're first starting out, it is the best because going back to the concept of networking, you're able to connect with so many different people with passing out your resume. Because
Oh, that's nice.
going back to kind of entry level stuff, or like when you first join the union, day work, as I said, that's kind of where they try out. Well, day working can consist of shoe repair / shoe painting. That could be, in rare cases, like millinery work or like hat repair work, which doesn't really happen that much because it gets absorbed into other areas. There's like dressing room calls where you'll go in, you'll check for hem, you'll check for zippers, you'll check for snaps. You'll basically put your hands on every single costume piece and just make sure that it's show ready. And then you'll have laundry calls where you come in and do the laundry. There's somebody who gets paid a professional salary for just doing laundry. And when I say just doing laundry, it's a really huge job.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with the entire cast of principals and ensemble. You're talking about bras, underwear, socks, specialty pieces, gloves, specialty shirts, other shirts, collared shirts.
Right. You're not just taking that and throwing it in a washer
is.
either, probably.
No, sometimes yes, but then also some of those items have to be hand dried or hung dried. Others have to be dryer dried at a specific setting.
Delicate.
There's some exactly blacks and whites, and sometimes our washers are not of the super high professional level. A lot of times the washers are like household washers, which is something that was like, meh? Broadway is done in this LG washer. All right. If it's good enough for Broadway, it's good enough for my house. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So there's the laundry, and then there's also more specialized wardrobe professionals who specifically handle like the more advanced tailoring or the advanced sewing. So if there's a massive rip, or if if a lining needs to be reattached, or a more complicated task needs to happen, there are those people that are there. So there's so many opportunities. So going back to your question of swinging, day working is great because you're able to network and get around. Swinging is the exact same thing. At one point, oh my gosh, my brain hurt. At one point I think it was 14 dressing tracks at Lion King.
Wow.
Which I think there's maybe, I haven't been there a long time. I think there's like 16 dressers there, which just basically means that at any given time during when I was working there as a swing, I could hop into any of the tracks and use my little notes, but perform the duties as if the full-time dresser was there and blend in. But sometimes when you have a hyena, a giraffe, and a rhinoceros as a quick change, or what do I do? Lift a steel cage over somebody? What? We got the cheetah change. All right, whatever that is, let's go. So it was weird, but it was so cool. And then also on top of that, 14 tracks over there. I think at the time I was also maybe working at Anastasia, the musical, which I believe I covered 2 tracks there, I think 2 tracks. And then a few other, Wicked, of course.
Yeah.
And then also one other show. So my mind was mush, but the best part about it was that every single show is a little maybe ecosystem, or it's a little social circle.
Yeah.
So when you get into that social circle, you get to meet all the dressers, you get to meet all the other day workers, and you get to meet the wardrobe supervisor. And then maybe when that show closes, that wardrobe supervisor will go over here.
We'll remember you.
Well, possibly.
Yeah.
Or a dresser on that show might go to another show over here. And then they're in that social circle, and then they know that you love doing, a certain kind of day work. and then they'll say, "Oh, you're looking for a day worker? Oh, my friend Tyler is really great. He's looking for day work."
Yes.
And then boom, you might turn in your resume, and then the wardrobe supervisor might select you or ask you in, and then you start working then on that show.
Okay.
And then it's just that tree of like, oh well, this person, and then that's when your career kind of like slowly takes off. So that's why I love swinging, is because you could have your hands in so many different pots. And always have some kind of income coming in. Even if it's one day at a show over here, if all of your other jobs dry up, you can easily go to that wardrobe supervisor and be like, "Hey, I'm looking for extra day work. Hey, I'm looking for swing work." And they could be like, "Oh, perfect, thank you, come on."
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that works out great. So do you have any aspirations to become a wardrobe supervisor one day?
For me,
Or do you
no.
kind of like what you're doing?
I really like what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
To be a wardrobe supervisor is taking on a lot of responsibility.
Yes.
And you cross the threshold. When you cross the threshold from dresser to like assistant head of wardrobe and then wardrobe supervisor, you have to devote more time. I like my life right now. I love kind of the little bit of balance that I do have. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
So
Yeah, that's like with any kind of sort of leadership, right? Like
Yeah,
you go
of course.
from
well, because then when like new cast members come in, I mean, you're it. You've got to then figure out, where are we going to get the clothing? I mean, yeah, there are the creative side of the wardrobe world and the designers and the associate designers, but then like, when they come in, are they going to be using something from stock? Just the logistics are just, I'm okay.
Yeah.
While overseeing the main operation,
Right.
like,
Yeah. You're like, no,
Yeah,
I'll just
I applaud every person who's a wardrobe supervisor. I applaud everyone who's the assistant head of wardrobe. Not for me, though.
Gotcha.
Perfectly
I can
okay.
understand that. They're just different.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
You have to want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Are you responsible for making like tweaks to the word? So let's say you're quick change someone and they lose a button. Like, do you have to sew that button back on? Like, is that your job to maintain the constants?
Good question. So that really depends.
Okay.
If it is like, integral and I need the button for like the next scene, or if the button needs to be there, of course, I'll go to our emergency stash mid-show and I'll sew the button on. If it can wait, or if the piece of clothing is what's known as dead, or
Okay.
if the piece of clothing is not going to be used anymore in the show, it can wait.
Okay, gotcha.
It can wait for the day workers the next morning.
Okay.
And I'll just write it on the day workers' notes of, hey, this person's shirt, it needs the button or whatever. And then they'll either source a new button, or if I can find the button,
Put it with
here's
it.
the button.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
So,
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah. Just 1 second.
Well, just wait a second.
yeah,
getting real
Yeah.
noise.
Well,
they're going to lunch.
that's
Or the
the
grocery.
secret, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm hungry.
Well,
There
I
we
mean,
go.
you got to find your way through the traffic somehow, right?
All right.
Yeah, it's been interesting here. It's a lot of hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
Very
The
different.
energy, the energy is quite crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting though, but
Very much so. We love it.
when I go home, I just close the door and I'm like, I'm home.
Do you live far from?
I live about maybe 30 minutes away,
Okay.
so it's not too bad.
Okay.
By a train, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's nice, easily accessible.
Just kind of chill out on the train. We've been doing the subway a lot, so just kind of chilling.
Well, no, now
Yeah.
that they have the Apple Pay, it's really
Yeah.
it's quick
Oh,
and
yeah.
easy, yeah.
Gosh, oops. Hop right on.
You get in and out really quickly. So
Yeah, our kids use their phones too.
technology.
Yeah, technology. Ain't it grand?
Yes, when it works.
All right.
So are your kids going to continue on? Where are they? Are they all in middle school?
So mine
Ours
is the
are
oldest of our current group, I guess. Well, no, because I mean you have Stella. So you have the oldest, I have the second oldest. She's coming out of middle school now and going into high school.
Wow.
And we're waiting because next week,
incredible
Next
period.
week.
Yes. it's
next
gonna
week
be
is
here.
when news comes down about whether or not she's going to Harrison or not, which
Okay.
is it's a high school that's for the arts.
Oh, so it's like a what do you consider it a magnet school?
Well, it's
I-
not really a magnet. It's a
No, you have to audition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It is a public school.
It's a school
Yeah, okay.
choice. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what
choice
it's
school, or I don't know. I get them all mixed up because
Yeah.
like then there's I don't know. So she auditioned, and now we're supposed to get a news next week on the 24th.
Yay.
So we'll see if she gets in. But it's only like a few. She auditioned for musical theater, And I think they're taking like 6 girls, 6 boys, something
Yeah.
to that effect.
Usually around 12 kids.
In all of Polk County.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
And
hold
you
my
can even
breath.
apply out of county too.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
you
can. And we had a couple of
Come from all
people
over.
apply that live
Yeah.
over in Hillsborough County that applied.
Yeah,
So yeah, we're, anxious and
yeah.
biting our nails, waiting for that news next week, which
And
will come now via email.
And it's a great school, so
It is a great
they
school.
produce people that go to the Jimmies, and it's
Oh,
like a
nice.
big deal. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we got our fingers
So
crossed.
they've got a good reputation.
They do.
Very
There's
good.
some people that have
It's very
come
competitive.
out of that and gone to Broadway. Spencer's one of them.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple other guys. Like one's about to go on tour with MJ, and
One's in MJ. Quentin is in MJ.
there's 2. I think one is in MJ now, and then the other one is about to go on the tour of MJ. He was in something else, but he's done with that now. I don't know. I have a really hard time with like names of things, so
Our
it's just
kids
not
can
my
tell you.
forte.
We always move around
Yeah,
as
the kids
Broadway
can tell
folks.
us.
Yeah,
Where are you now?
yeah.
My other daughter is 7th grade, so she's got one year in middle school.
Oh, nice.
Gabby, I'm going into middle school.
Yeah,
next year.
Gabby's in 5th grade right now, so she's pulling up the rear.
Yeah.
But we got into this because, like you were saying earlier, theater has changed their lives and our lives.
Aww.
So
Yeah.
we want to do what we can to help other families
Yeah.
have their lives change. So we're
Well, because it's
so
easy to get
grateful.
in there as a parent and be completely lost.
Yeah.
And you're just like, hey, I'd love to help my kid be better at this thing that they love, but you're just lost.
Yeah.
And there's not as many resources for the parents as you would think. So we met each other through theater, through the community theater, and the kids always, getting cast in similar enough roles that we were always together, waiting outside because we're not allowed in.
Callbacks. We're just
Oh,
sitting
really?
there
I know.
for
Oh my
hours,
god!
just
For like
waiting,
4
you know?
hours, you just sit
Yeah.
in this lounge together, just waiting.
Yeah.
And then the kids always come out crying. That's how callbacks are
Oh.
every time.
I was horrible. Never
Oh,
done
yeah.
it.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's
It's
them.
not that. Like they're always really positive, but the
Yeah.
kids are the kids. They're really hard on
Oh.
themselves. So then they come out crying and I didn't do so well and they cut me and now I'm going, and then they get cast. So it's fine in the end.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd remember that, but every time
There's always
it's the
this
same roller
emotional
coaster.
And-
Yeah.
And we ride it with them.
Yep.
I guess
You
it's a double-edged sword
Mhm.
in that it's good that they are learning to continue to push themselves
Mhm.
Yeah.
and to not
Mhm.
not kind of gain an ego and
Right,
to always
yeah.
say,
Right.
"Oh, I'm not."
They're very,
But then on the other end of the
Priority.
side, you're like, "Oh, I'm not good enough," or whatever.
Yeah.
Which no, you are good enough.
Right.
yeah.
So I guess that's a very slippery
is.
slope as a parent.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like,
It's
It's a hard ride.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And it's so funny because we have done so many shows together. Like we just did a show and went through audition and callback. And I didn't have my other John Mama.
I know. We went to Into the Woods and she went to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah.
2 different community theaters.
Yes, and then Gabby auditioned for Mary Poppins at the other theater, and so I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and normally it's like a wonderful, awesome experience for me. She's having a great time. She's up there doing her thing,
Yeah.
and I'm like sitting here,
Yeah, alone.
I don't know anybody. Yeah, it was crazy.
Help
I had
me.
my people.
Yeah.
I did. I was
She
like,
was
giving
sending
them
so many
play-by-play.
texts.
I'm like, now they're singing, now they're dancing, now she just got called for this. Like, it's crazy. So theater has done so much for us,
Yeah.
not only for our children, but for our like we're all here with all of our families.
Yeah.
Yeah. We try to find ways to
celebrating.
like get involved too. So
Yeah.
like we're there with them and can kind of learn about all of this stuff because I'm a band nerd and you guys have done a lot of other things too, athletics, horses, and academia and all of that, but like never theater. And so we're just coming at this from a very, very novice level
Yeah.
and trying to learn. And so we tech backstage all the time, pushing set pieces out or, doing strike, or I started stage managing
Nice.
and doing that. And that's been fun. That's hard as shit. And,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and they do that. I've never done quick change, not a single one, but they have both been learning with Laura how to do the quick changes. Laura also taught me how to stage manage because she does all of that. But at community theater, you kind of like learn how to do as much as possible
Mhm.
because, there's not as many abilities to just be focused on one thing.
Right.
You kind of have to be
gotta do it
versatile,
all.
I think,
Yeah.
doing it there. But yeah, it's been an interesting learning experience for us, I think. And so even though we don't know anything, we figured we would start a podcast where we try to help people learn shit.
Yeah.
We're learning as we go.
Yeah.
We're learning as we go. We entertain. We want to support We love to have fabulous people who are super knowledgeable like you.
Yes.
Yeah.
To come
Make us
on
look good.
and share your experiences and share, because everybody's journey is different.
Yeah.
Oh, very
You know?
much so.
And a huge theme is that, like how we talked about earlier, is never give up, chase it, go for it, because you don't know what can happen. You might actually step right into it.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't know. And we're hearing that from everybody that we talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You never
it's
know
a great
what
thing.
will happen. Also,
Yeah.
acting is great, but being behind the scenes is such a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Were you? Did you ever act, or you always have done kind of the behind?
Once.
What show was that?
oh gosh, I forget exactly what it was called.
Not right now.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
I forget what the show was called, but it was a one act. We the show itself went to state,
Oh wow.
Nice.
and I had like one line in the whole show, high school state,
Yeah.
and I'll never forget it. Kristen Neander, my drama teacher, she had me strapped to a dolly, and this guy ran me across the stage. I said my line, and that was it. And I was like, I'm good. No, thank you. No, I was able to, but with technical theater, I was able to kind of find ways to express myself and be as creative as possible. So for those kids and for those parents out there with a truly creative kid who maybe acting isn't their focus, technical theater has a wealth of opportunities. And I always say that in my opinion, there's more jobs as a technician than there is as an actor.
Sure.
Because I can't be Annie, but I could dress her.
Exactly. I
So,
love that.
Stability.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, this is helpful for us because we tend to see things from the actor's point of view
Yeah.
because that's what our kids are. So this is really helpful to hear.
Well, I mean, we experience it from the technical side too, a little bit,
Yeah.
but I also feel like, we find mentors like you,
Yeah.
for ourselves, just so that we can, because we want to do the best job that we can do while we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're not getting paid for it. We're doing it just out of love for doing it.
Yeah.
And, and the community that we've found ourselves in and the friends we've made and all of that. But having a mentor be like, somebody like you that's awesome and come on and talk to us and tell us all these cool tips. Like, I'm so using the trick that you said at the very top
Oh, the
about
stop.
with the card stop.
Oh,
I'm so doing that going forward because
That's-
Angela and Kathy both have had this problem because I don't know, I guess I'd choose different necks on all my shirts, but we've got to get that,
droopiness.
nice and sturdy
Not too
and
bad today.
Oh, that's
totally
gonna
gonna do that.
TV magic.
yeah.
Oh, we
All
love
these
that.
tricks and tips and tricks,
Yeah.
they're incredibly valuable for
Yes.
us noobs.
Thank you very much.
So
It
thanks.
is.
Thank you for
Well,
taking.
it doesn't sound like you guys are that new. You should elevate.
We're crash
Don't
course.
doubt yourself.
Listen, we took ourselves on the road. We tried
That's right.
Yeah.
I see.
You're on.
I know.
You're on scene here at Brian on St. Patrick's Day.
on St.
I know.
Patrick's Day.
With a
They're
parade
pressure washing.
I
And
think I have
Yeah.
rain somewhere. There you
and
go.
pressure washing. Yes.
Yes, we're doing our thing, so we're trying. And
thank
we
you for
wanna give
taking
back.
time out of your very busy
Oh,
schedule.
Oh, yes.
We really, really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We
And
feel
having our
so
schedules
fortunate.
aligned.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
perfect.
it worked out great.
Yeah.
All right.
So we definitely plan to be back.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
when we do, we will lick you up. Like,
Yeah,
what are
well,
you working
part
on?
two.
What are you
Yeah.
doing? We're
We'll
gonna
come
and
say
see
hi.
you.
Yeah.
Go get a drink or something if the schedule permits.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
I hope to go to the Junior Thespians next year, and I hope to maybe go to the State Thespian Festival next year, and I hope to
Nice.
continue to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because giving back is the most rewarding thing I kind of have ever done in my life.
Wow.
Oh, love
Because, again, I attended the high school festival, not the junior festival, but I attended the high school festival as a student, and I competed in the category of costume design. So I've been on that side of that table.
Yeah.
And now being able to be the judge who's kind of adjudicating is a whole nother world. And I'm never harsh. I'm always kind.
Yeah.
I'm the worst judge ever because I'll give you all superiors and then just give you a lot of feedback.
Right. Well, that's what's
Right.
most
Great.
valuable is
Oh man, that
if you just get
feedback.
a score. Sometimes we just get scores with no reason behind it, and it's the feedback that makes
Oh,
the
yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
The
My first-
score is nice, but the feedback is
You know,
what
my
really
first year,
counts.
I was behind because I was just typing out essays because I loved it. And one troop director was like, "You need to give me the scores. We gotta get on a bus and we gotta go back to Florida, to South Florida." And I was like, "Ah!" I learned really quickly.
We, as parents, we love the
So
feedback.
yeah, I love giving back, and
Yeah.
also if you ever need anything, please call me. If you ever have any questions, reach out to me. I'd also like to try to figure out a way to kind of, I'd love to like do a Zoom session with like a class somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Like a high school or middle school class of like kind of what the professional world is.
Yes.
Because not everybody can come to State Thespian Festival because it's expensive.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid it was a lot. So I don't know how to get started or how to like reach out and be like, hi, I'm not creepy.
Oh, we can help with that.
You need a guest speaker.
We're creepy. We
We
can
can
help with that.
totally help with that.
Yeah.
No, I love it, and I in New York I try to find little ways. I think I'm going to I applied for the New York Thespian Festival.
Oh,
Nice.
I was like,
Good.
wow. So,
Yeah.
Any way I can give back.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
we'll let you know if
Hook
we
you
can
up.
connect the dots there for you.
Sure.
For at least one school, you can zoom
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
Why not?
Yeah.
definitely.
It brings me great joy. So
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
You're
you so
wonderful.
much.
You're our kind of
thank
people.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace,
The
love,
world's
and
too small.
happiness.
And also, I can't do this forever. Why not help the next generation to be better than I am? To continue the storytelling process. And it's really, I don't do this. I don't want to do this into my 90s. So why not train the next generation to, do a good job?
To do that. Oh, we
Awesome.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. I can't believe you came and met us. And
I know.
Time. Like, I'm so honored.
In the middle of a parade.
I think Kristen said, oh, do you want to do 11 or noon? Noon.
Let me sleep in.
Right.
Yeah.
So we don't have to include this on the podcast, but I
Okay.
wanted to ask you, just for people to know, what's like the earning potential for something like you're doing?
Ooh. I don't ever like to talk about pay,
Yeah.
but
And you don't have to tell us how much you make, but I
No,
mean,
no.
like,
Starting salary.
yeah,
but
starting.
no, listen. Pay is a really, really sensitive topic.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
I believe that it is seeing the number and seeing, oh my gosh, I can actually make a life. Cool. Is
Right.
is really important.
Right.
So I will give you
Like, can you support a family? I guess is what I'm
No.
asking.
I'll give you a number. I mean, you could make anywhere between, if you do no work, 50,000.
Okay.
And if you work your butt off and do as much work as humanly possible, I mean, you could easily be making, with doing day work and shows and stuff like that,
Yeah.
maybe doing a little side gig, you can make 100,000,
So you
120,000.
could potentially
maybe
do six
upwards.
figures. Okay.
Yeah, but again, you have to also understand that it's what is the sacrifice?
Absolutely.
I'm going to
Yeah.
be spending more time at work,
Right.
Right. Right.
and I'm going to be giving up birthdays, anniversaries,
Yeah.
time with my family.
That's kind of with any industry.
Of course,
right?
exactly, yeah.
So that makes sense.
Well, coming from
Okay,
theme
good.
park history, you've had that anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
I also forgot to say. So, yes, you make that money, but also being a part of my local, which is 764, we get a pension, we get an
nice.
annuity,
Nice.
and we have a 401k.
Oh, that's nice.
And the pension and the annuity is paid for by the producers of Broadway.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a certain percentage of our paycheck.
Okay.
So the more we work, more money goes into our annuity, more
Okay.
money goes into our pension.
Okay. Good. Well, that's good. So
That's amazing.
And then out of all the locals, out of all the unions that work on Broadway, I think the wardrobe union has the most amount of holiday pay.
Okay, that's
We get
nice.
some weird holidays. I'm like,
Like,
woo,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
What about like health insurance? Do they provide that for you
Yeah, so that's so health insurance is through our union.
through the union? Perfect.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I'm not like, thankfully, knock on wood or whatever material we have around.
Yeah,
us.
you haven't really.
Haven't had like any like major surgeries. I mean, dental
Yeah.
work, but I hate the dentist.
No,
Yeah.
don't we all?
I know.
But,
Join the
um,
club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
no, it's lame. But
Okay,
no, yeah,
good.
I feel very well taken care of, and I feel very comfortable.
Right.
And the thing that, like, if I could say one thing to parents who are like on the fence of like whether or not to like assist or cheer on their child wanting to go into this profession,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, do it. Do it. Because you could make, 7 figures. You could make $500,000 in a career that you hate.
Right. Yes.
And every day of your life, you will be hating your life. You get 2 days off,
Right.
you get maybe nights and weekends, but you hate your life.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you have in your bank account. When you go home, you hate your life.
Right.
So why not go home and be like, wow, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just saw Bernadette Peters on her final night of Hello Dolly. Oh, what a life. What an amazing life experience. Or like, oh my gosh, I just, Bryan Cranston just gave me a 30-minute speech directly to me about me turning 30 years old, which happened. He came down and we all had cake in, the green room of the Belasco Theater. And it was like, you don't have those experiences in, civilian life, as we like to call it. So where there is a will, there's a way. I would say, though, that the acting world, specifically in New York City, mind you, I'm not a part of that world, but I see it from afar.
Right, but you have a really cool perspective of it, though.
Yeah. I work with people who ace the audition.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I work with people who got told, yes, you get a contract.
Right. Yeah.
And the scary thing is that I may have worked with people on a show and that was their only Broadway show.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of crazy to think about.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's scary, but it's like, but that's the world.
Right.
Yeah.
As an actor, dancer, singer, whatever you want to classify, there's three kind of categories, but as an actor as a whole, your job prospects are sorry, slim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whereas working backstage, I said the Annie thing.
Yeah.
There's so much work. There's so many opportunities. Also, Local 1 gets paid way more.
Local 1.
All right.
Getting into Local 1 is an uphill battle.
Okay.
But once you're in, you're in.
And they're like the props and the
props, carpentry, electric,
sound. We're thinking
sound is a part of But they have a nicer contract. They're Local 1 out of all the local numbers. They're the first.
Wow.
So they've been around the longest.
Yeah.
So if I was a pushy parent, I'd be like Local 1. But
what's your opinion or perspective on kids with wanting to be on Broadway? What's your?
Do it.
Have you seen that? Like, have you worked with kids on Broadway?
Oh, I forgot to say, but I worked on School of Rock the musical.
Oh,
okay.
But I was again a swing there, and I did day work there as well.
Okay.
And I dressed the young boys, and I also dressed the ensemble adults, the male adults. I love working with those kids, but it was very difficult for the kids because I don't know exactly what age they were. Very young. I'm a bad gauge of age. I'm always like, I don't know, you're a kid. No, but they had to do tutoring and go to school while performing on Broadway. But honestly, the look in their eye, the massive smiles that they had,
it's probably priceless.
It is so priceless. And the thing with being a child actor on specific shows is you age out really quickly. Maybe not even age out.
You probably height out.
Your height. Oh yeah, exactly.
In a heartbeat. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You will. This opportunity will go away in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So do it.
Yeah.
But just know that your time is very limited. And again, that might be your only Broadway show ever.
Right.
Now, if you work backstage, of course, you will have a wealth of opportunities. So, if you want to be an actor, great. But also, if you want to be successful as well, try to also learn the kind of backstage craft as well. That's kind of, I think, really important. And I think tech theater is kind of, how can I say, dying in kind of the education system. Only because, and mind you, I'm not the expert, please understand that. But when I was a kid, we had a decent amount of tech workshops. Whereas nowadays, there isn't as many tech workshops. I believe because the answer that I heard was that not a lot of students attend those tech workshops.
Oh.
Which is kind of sad. But I mean, I understand it because everyone is so focused in on acting.
Right.
And that's what everybody sees, and that's kind of, even in the professional world, I'll walk out of the stage door and nobody will know me, and it's great. I'll just be like, gotta go home.
Yeah.
Whereas an actor will come out, oh my gosh,
Yeah, right.
They're not like, oh my gosh, you quick change history, oh my gosh, the flathead, that was you, oh my god. No, none of that.
No.
So I think it's, I think, the tech world is a world of stability, and I think it's important.
Yeah.
That's why I love going to the junior thespians, and hopefully next year the high school state as well, and taking the time out and kind of doing that and trying to give back and show, hey, there's a world.
Right.
There's a world backstage of stability and of full potential and full of opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've heard from more than one place. Like, you may be an actor, but take opportunities to tech the shows as well.
Hands
Yeah.
down.
And learn that,
Hands
Yeah.
down.
that
Yeah.
side
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Because
Our kids have done that
Yeah.
a little bit.
you can make, I would say over your entire life, I would say technicians make more money than actors. And
Because of the stability part of
I would
that?
say some. That is a really, really crazy and extreme statement. But I mean, if you think about it, like, I could work up until 70 or 80 or 90, whenever I want, and just
Right.
consistently be working on Broadway. Whereas, you know, if I'm a dancer, I don't know that I could be, 75 years old and still kick myself in the face. It's just like your instrument and is your body.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um,
And the look of that character.
Right.
That character never ages, but you're going to age.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, you know,
Yeah.
I work with a lot of former dancers
Yeah.
because after they couldn't dance anymore, they got super injured or whatever the case might be. Then,
Transition.
Yeah, what do they do?
yeah, they transition and they pivot,
Yeah.
So,
That makes sense. And then they're still part of that world that they love so much, just in a different
exactly.
aspect.
Yeah.
So if you make that pivot later on, that's great. If you just do tech theater right from the start, that's also great. But it's something that is really I'm very passionate about,
Yeah.
and something that kind of sometimes is overlooked
Yeah. Oh,
because,
for sure.
in a good way, bad way.
Yeah.
Because in a good way, there's always going to be work
Yes.
for me, but also I can't be greedy. I'd love to, bring in more diversity, equity, and inclusion, and I truly do mean that. I mean, my world and wardrobe, a lot of our local is women. Well, is there any other male or non-binary or whatever, whomever rather? Bring them in. Let's go. Let's make it a more diverse working environment.
Yeah.
But
I hear ya.
just saying we exist
Yes.
and we're still hiring too. I think it's really important to me. So
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you
You're
so
wonderful.
much.
yeah. Are you guys going to go to the museum at Broadway?
We did.
Did. Oh my
I've
Oh,
never
we loved
been.
it. Yeah,
I
we
don't have
loved
time.
it.
So-
I think we
Really?
were in there for like 3 hours.
We only left because we had to go to a show.
Yeah.
Lily Kate was reading every single plaque. I'm like, oh my God, you got to hurry up.
I heard that there was a lot of reading.
sure.
And it was like,
Yeah. There
Yeah,
is
there
a
is.
model. Sorry, I'm cold.
do you think?
I'm not like leaving or anything. Of your theater. Like it's a 3D
Wicked.
model.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
It's
believe,
really
I
big.
took a couple pictures.
I think-
Really?
I
Oh my
think-
God, it's so awesome.
I think Eugene Lee, before he passed away, I think that was one of his last projects he worked
To
on.
make that,
Yeah.
wow.
It was really
Yeah.
neat.
It is
Very,
really,
very cool.
it was, I was like, oh shit, there's like a whole lot of backstage.
Yeah.
It showed
Yeah, and
everything.
it's
Well,
It's
About-
one-
people in there.
Yep.
You were in there. Probably somewhere anyway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, our
left, the right.
crew outnumbers our cast, I
Yeah.
believe.
Nice.
You have a big cast.
Yeah.
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 But like, again, just going back to there's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
work
that was
for
very
everybody.
fun. We really enjoyed it. A lot of costumes in there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
props. And
Do you
things.
have like a dream show that you want to work on? That you haven't worked on yet?
I've worked on a lot of my dream shows already.
Have you? Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yes, no, actually, there's one. When I was younger, I saw the tour of Beauty and the Beast the musical,
Yeah.
and it changed my life. And I would love to work on it, but I don't think I ever want to work on it. Which is that it's weird.
Yeah.
Because like I want it to be the same costume,
Right.
the
Yeah.
same set.
Right.
You already have that perception.
I want
Yeah.
to live that experience, but work on it.
Right.
And a lot of times when a show gets revived, that's not the case.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a
Yeah, they
great
make
show.
changes.
It might ruin
Yeah.
it for you.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know?
Thomas Schumacher, the gentleman who's in charge of Disney theatrical groups, had said that they are wanting to bring Beauty and the Beast back. They launched a UK tour, and it was not the same costume. So
Oh.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay. But like Hello Dolly, I got to secretly off the record, they preset one of the set pieces for like a rehearsal.
Yeah.
And it was like the iconic red staircase. So of course I stood on one stair. It was like took a selfie and I was like, ah, yeah, right.
Of course.
And of all the moments,
awesome.
the
Yeah.
staircase.
Aw.
Yeah.
So
Oh, very cool.
very cool.
So our family's
Our
loitering.
families have made a
like,
brief
Oh,
appearance.
sorry.
Oh my God, are you
I'll stop
kidding?
talking.
I don't even know what
Do
time
you
it
want
is.
to come?
No.
You wanna
What
My
come
time
kids
is
are ice skating at Rockefeller
come
Center.
over.
They're ice skating.
You're
My
gonna
Florida
let them
kids-
do it?
No, that my kids.
Oh, well, they're over at Rockefeller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they're actually ice skating right now.
Well,
Did you make them do
they
the
have
penguins?
skates. Oh yeah, we're from Florida.
I know.
We've ice skated like
Hi,
My daughter Gabby.
Nice to meet you. Are you going to high school next year?
no.
Is it
Middle
high school?
school.
She's going into
Oh,
middle
sorry,
High
middle
school.
school. No, middle school.
You were
yeah,
kidding about that, not being able to tell the age thing, huh?
No, seriously. Are you excited?
Yeah. I'm very-
Yeah. Are you going to do drama by any chance?
Yeah, definitely.
Yay!
Absolutely.
I started being a drama kid when I was in, I think, 7th grade. They
Okay.
didn't really have a theater department.
In
or
my
anything.
school, we don't really do like theater stuff. We only
Yeah.
have like a chorus.
Yeah.
So I do like theater on the side of.
Oh, nice.
It's all community theater.
Yeah.
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 We have
That's
two really
good.
good ones.
That's good that you all have a community
We do.
theater.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have two
Do
good
something.
ones.
We have Winter Haven and then we have Lakelands. So we kind of bounce, let kids audition, and when they get in, they get in.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
which right now we're lucky they get into a lot. Well, I don't know if you want to say we're lucky or not. We're very busy because
Yes.
they're in a lot.
Very
Good.
busy.
Yeah.
Yes. We
All it
haven't
takes,
stopped.
all it takes is one, and then
Yeah.
you get another one,
Yeah.
and then you get another
Yeah.
one.
And they're getting good resumes out of it, which is helpful when they want to audition for like Harrison, like I mentioned earlier. You know, the high school there. They get a lot of experience with that, and then we have a lot of tech opportunity too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they can learn a lot.
Yeah.
And also the beautiful thing about drama in middle school, but for me in high school is such a difficult time in a child's life. You know, your hormones are kind of coming in. I don't know what the proper term is. That's happening. You're growing into like eventually, slowly but surely your adulthood a little bit. And then also like you're juggling school and then other teenagers and just finding a home, finding a balance.
Yes.
My home was my high school drama
Yeah.
teacher and the program that she created. And finding that balance, finding your people was something that was really important.
You know,
So-
it's funny because I actually say that phrase a few times, and I've said that in the last few months. I was 40 before I found my people, and I didn't realize that my people were theater people.
Yay!
Had I only known.
I know. Could have saved ourselves all that time.
I know, right? 40 years just lost.
I know. It took us to have
Never too
kids
late.
and have them get involved, right? To like see.
Yeah. Because we used to always go to shows.
Uh-huh.
And then that one time that we auditioned for Sleeping Beauty, I was like 6. You're like, and my mom was like, "Oh, it's fine. You can just go. It'll be fine." I got a red bird.
Yep.
Yes,
You were a bird.
You're a
Pinky
bird.
was, my daughter was a squirrel.
Lily Kate was a frog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lily Kate
Yeah.
was a
They
frog.
all started out
I
as
love that
animals.
That was great.
Yeah.
Look at them now.
Yeah.
What's your
No.
favorite show?
My favorite show that I've done.
No, or done or seen?
My favorite show that I've done was definitely Madeline. Just
Oh,
because
sure.
like
Because she was Madeline.
She was Madeline.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't have that big of a feet. It's not because of the part
You were
that
the
I got.
headliner.
It's because like I actually got either that one or Miracle, because Miracle on 34th Street that opened me up because that's when I met like everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's when
Yeah.
I
That's our first main stage.
So those were just really big shows in my life. And then one that I've recently seen was Hadestown. That was my favorite.
Oh.
Either that or Moulin Rouge. Those were-
Moulin
I know,
Rouge
they
is,
were-
Moulin Rouge is crazy because
Yeah, it
it
is.
just
Yeah.
opens and it's like energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very,
It's like a rock
very much
concert.
so.
Oh, I forgot to also mention another tech category that's really fascinating that I think, I don't want to be rude, but I think only really exists at like the professional level because
Sure.
there's millions of dollars,
Yeah.
is an area called automation.
Okay.
Automation is the movement of set pieces through a computer system. So if
Okay.
you've ever seen, and you have, if you've ever seen a set piece just magically
Yes.
roll on
I
stage
watched
and
last
magically
night, yeah.
roll off stage, or come in like Glinda's bubble, I believe in Wicked is automation, to where a crew guy in the basement specifically will push a button, and the computer system will move the set piece to a specific spot,
Wow.
and then they'll push it again, and then there'll be some movement to another spot.
Right.
Little
Okay.
things like that. And same thing
Yeah.
with set pieces, that's auto fly, auto deck. That is a whole nother career field.
That's
that
pretty
exists
wild.
out there.
Cool.
Yeah. It's very dangerous. And
Yeah.
at Moulin Rouge, a friend of mine, her husband, I believe, had heard that there was a crash of set pieces at Moulin Rouge because it's so crazy.
Yeah,
And
there's a
because
lot.
you can easily
Yeah.
push a button once or twice or whatever, and
and
Yeah.
have things
Yeah, we know how that happens.
I know. I
Yeah.
know. I'm like, fuck. What queue am I in? Like,
Yeah.
Go back. Go back.
There's no back button. It's moving. Or like it's a slow crash. You're like,
Nothing you can do.
Live
grab the
theater.
popcorn. But no, fascinating though. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
really cool though. But
I think we did see some of the automation in Moulin Rouge, like when some of the tables
Yeah,
or
like
whatever
when
were
it-
Oh, yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or the platform that moves up. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or I've seen it, but I don't know exactly. But I think maybe the heart might also be automation as well.
Okay.
The heart set.
Yeah.
What we noticed on that set, which
Yeah.
was so interesting, was that they kept up with the perception of that 3D like depth perception
Oh my gosh.
of the entire. So like you're,
It makes the show feel massive because of how far
Oh.
back it
Yeah,
feels.
the immersive feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness! Yes, it was
Well,
amazing.
so that's achieved through just like them coming, the set designer coming out beyond the proscenium march. The proscenium march,
Yes.
they're designing outside of it. It's very similar to what Wicked did at the Gershwin, where the set has kind of come out in front of the proscenium march.
Yeah.
So it's not as cold. It's not like, oh, the show happens behind this wall.
Right.
No, it comes out and you're sort of in the
Yeah.
world, so to speak,
Yes.
if that makes sense.
Yeah,
And
it's amazing.
also, another fun fact about Wicked is that my back hurts, but the reason why it hurts is because the show is on a rake.
Okay.
A rake is, I believe, a Shakespearean term. I think that's where it came from.
Yes,
But
yes.
a rake is basically
angled.
the whole stage is angled.
Right.
How steep of a rake is it?
I don't know. I don't.
Enough
Like
to make
a-
your back
no
hurt.
kind of-
Enough. You
Protractor.
feel it, obviously. Your back
I
hurts.
remember Tiffany telling us that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So whenever you see it from the house or from the audience, it looks gargantuan.
Yeah.
And the set is actually very large, but that creates an even deeper effect. Rather.
So you're standing like this all night long.
When I'm on the deck, yeah. And
Right.
the actors are dancing like that.
Yeah.
Think about, from a wardrobe perspective, think about hemming a dress on an angle, and it's a big hoop skirt. Well, do you do on the lower or the upper? Little things like that the stitchers and their more advanced wardrobe
yeah.
people have to consider, the wardrobe supervisor has to
That's-
consider. So it's like, what?
Yeah, complicated.
Never
Wait,
thought
let me
about
grab my
that.
protractor.
Very
I don't know how to... Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, but also all the set pieces have to be designed with the angle in mind.
Oh wow.
So your set pieces isn't like this.
Yeah.
So when you see the set pieces on like a flat ground, they're like,
Yeah.
is
wow.
it breaking? No, but
That's so interesting. I never thought.
Yeah.
Another thing with Moulin Rouge is that huge like room that they had. I was telling
yeah.
my mom, I was like, they must have a massive stage left.
oh, there's not. It is-
I know.
So much.
I've never worked there, but I do believe I have friends that work there that said that it's not that big, as with every Broadway theater.
Yeah.
But interesting fun fact about storage techniques. At Hello Dolly, it was very interesting. At Hello Dolly, that's at the Schubert Theater, or it was at the Schubert Theater. That theater has no wing space, or it has
Okay.
minimal wing space.
Oh wow.
But what they do is, specifically for Hello Dolly, they'll have massive set pieces that will roll down. Like the scrim will come up, the whole set piece will roll down, and then it'll roll back. And then for storage purposes, we have a tour. What they'll do is they'll attach. Please, no photos, okay? No photos, thank you. I'm only a guest, thank you. No photography. No, what they'll do is they'll hook up some wires to the set piece, 4 wires, and they'll hoist it into the air.
Oh my gosh.
So basically, you have like a several ton set piece
Just
hanging
Up there?
above- yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. And now, mind
How
you,
terrifying.
I'm not talking about like something light. Again, I don't work there, but I would only assume that room set piece would be something that is hung. So they'd attach hoist points. Now, mind you, it's all steel,
Yeah.
so it's not light.
Yeah.
And you just be basically working under a dangling
wow.
Yeah.
several
Death
ton
trap.
set piece. One of those wires snap.
Oh my god.
You're in
See
trouble.
ya!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Filled out my will correctly.
So just to kind of tie, you guys obviously use the ghost light at the Gershwin and all of
Yeah,
that.
every theater does. Yes.
Yes. And so are there any stories? Like, do you guys have a house
Ooh, do you have a ghost?
mystery ghost at the Gershwin?
So interesting story. One time I was on, I believe, stage left. No, I think stage right, and I felt something,
Yes.
maybe a ghost,
Oh.
brush the right part of my shoulder, just like that,
Yeah.
which was wasn't startling. It was like, ugh. And then I went and I spoke with the assistant head of wardrobe on the show, and I was like, I think I just had a ghost interaction. He goes, "Did it brush against your right shoulder?" And I was like,
God.
Oh, you're like, as a matter of fact, it did.
way.
yes. And Kevin has been there since the very beginning.
Yeah.
my God.
And he said it first, and I was like, oh.
Oh.
Another time I was working in the Belasco Theater, which is really close to here. And fun fact about the Belasco Theater, look it up on I don't know, Google, or go to Google Images, because David Belasco built the theater,
Yes.
and he actually has his apartment above the theater.
I read
Oh.
Okay.
So if you were to look at the building, you have the theater, and then you have like windows and a roof structure on top of it, and that was actually his apartment where he lived.
Okay.
And up the alleyway, there's a elevator that only went to his apartment.
Oh.
Very fascinating. And there were a lot of rumors that David Belasco still roams the hallways.
Oh.
And one time I was working on network there, and I was working on the 5th floor. That's where all the dressing rooms were that I was taking care of. And that was also secretly where the back door to his apartment was.
Oh.
Okay.
It was locked, it has alarms, but whatever. But there was one time where like I just saw a figure standing there with brown trousers and a collared shirt, and I was like, what?
Psychic.
And yeah, I thought it was seeing things, but I was like, wow,
That's interesting.
I guess this is what the ghost experience is like.
kind of
Neat.
I told you all my ghost story, but I'll save it.
No.
Okay.
Why wasn't it?
Yeah. You want to tell? Okay.
Yeah.
We were working into the woods recently.
Yeah.
And I was backstage. And there was one scene where I had to shine a flashlight
here, baby,
for one of
so
our
that Miss Angela
actors.
can
And
have
she had
it.
fallen in another show and like really,
Yeah, she
Injured
wrecked her
herself
arm. They had to be
badly.
pieced back together and stuff.
yeah, like, so I would always stand back there with a flashlight to make sure she got off the set. And while I was waiting, the baker, our friend Judah, would come on, and he would, every night I'd be focused, and he would like sneak up behind me and like scare me. So the last show, I'm like, you're not scaring me this time. I got you, Judah. I'm going to watch out for you. So I'm standing there and I'm ready, with the flashlight. I turn around, wait, I'm like checking for Judah. Nobody's there. All of a sudden, something pokes me in the back. And I turn around, I'm like, Judah? And there was nobody there.
There was
Like,
no Judah.
nobody. I'm like
Bum, bum.
looking around. I mean, it was a literal poke in my back. Like, it sent like electric waves through my body.
That's
And then he
funny.
came out a minute later. I'm like, did you just touch me? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, somebody just poked me. He's
Yeah.
like, well, there's nobody here.
Go.
So that's my ghost story.
Yeah.
Whew. So Winter Haven has a ghost.
Thank goodness I don't have any ghost stories yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. You'll get some.
No, I'm sure.
Do you want to continue to pursue acting?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Do a little tech theater if you want.
Yeah.
Teching is awesome also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel like every actor kind of needs to have like a teching.
She's
like,
smart.
show.
She raised
Thank
my
you.
kid.
It's not my word. That's Miss Laura's. Okay, I'm just
You're
like,
smart. Who is Miss Nora?
Miss
The one that
Laura,
wants to be
the one that we missed today. That's
We're trying to get to be a
Spencer.
dresser.
She's smart.
Yep,
Yeah.
she is smart.
Yes.
Show from different perspectives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But also, you'll gain some like real life
Oh, yeah,
experience.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Please, in high school, my high school drama teacher was like, so I need you to make, like, I was helping out, like, building the set of one of the random shows, and she had, like, a circular saw, and I was like, all right,
Scary.
let's go. And, of course, somebody else helped me or whatever, and it was a really cool experience. And now I'm like, now when I need to repair our house, I'm like, oh, hey, thanks, drama.
Right?
Football didn't teach me that.
That's right.
Exactly. Life skills, people. Life skills.
Yeah, of course.
Football
important.
teaches you to be aggressive.
It's a life skill too, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it
Yeah.
is, right?